Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. It's Thursday, it's the 8th of December. We've got some new mods and we've got some updates. The updates today, the map Green River 22 by Bart NLD Community has had an update. So I clicked on it on the Mod Hub website and there's not even a changelog description in there. The map's been out already, it's not the map's out new, but there's no changelog, so I don't know what's changed or whether you need a new save game or not. It doesn't say anything. The Deutzfahr D16006 by Vectorman, the Rostelmash Acros 595 by Pushcap, the Valtra package by Paul and Zuckerbro, the Lizard, I always say Dino, but 4x4 by Sloitches Modding. That's had some new colour schemes, new tyres and bits and bobs. The Lizard Forage Pickup by Fluffy Mods. That's had a bit of an adaptation for multiplayer and it's removed the ability to shred bales. The Man TGS Shortwood Pack by HR Forst and Fahrzeugbau. The Honoras Jumbo by Holkenborg Fent 1035 Luke. The Lizard Coupler Triangles by Agrar Design Austria. The Animal Food Big Bags by IRL Modding. That's had some extra ones added in. I want to say cows and, was it cows and pigs that's been added? Sheep and cow. 2 new big bags, sheep and cow. The Old Grain Mills by Bartson V3, that's had an American mill added in. The Replaceable Power Line by Top Ace 888. The Chicken Shed by Error Games S Games. The Garages with Sliding Doors by 750 Ti Modding and Michael LS. The Small Bunker Silo by Camelos 0397. The Horse Pasture by Atza VR. And the Barn with Pigsty and Cow Barn by Gracchus and Philip have all had updates. Whew. Interestingly, there aren't as many mods as there are updates. Not many at all, say, which makes a change. I say makes a change, whether it's good or bad. Your decision. In front of me, we've got the concrete block wall. This is by Piesel. It's 6 slots and 21,000 to buy. I thought it was like a manure plate, something like that. You'll find it under build mode and sheds, interestingly. And it says in the description, concrete block wall 24 by 10 metre, garage to store your vehicles and tools. I think it's just supposed to be, yeah, just a safe place to put your vehicles so things don't run into them or whatever. It hasn't got a roof or anything like that. But what I did also think was, I wonder whether you can put manure or crops or anything on there. Will the walls protect from bleeding through? There's a little bit, a tiny bit of clipping, not too much really. I put some corn in there, so if you wanted to put crops in there or manure or something like that, you absolutely could. It's nicely detailed, nicely textured. The concrete block wall by Piesel, 8.37 megabytes download, if I didn't say that already. Next, we've got the house. This is by Rejstar. It is 10.1 megabytes download, 13 slots on console. It's 99,000 to buy. You find it under build mode and farmhouses. You can't go inside this one. It's nicely detailed. You've got that kind of three-dimensional look. Looking inside, our sleep trigger is on the outside, just there. Around the side here, we've got our wardrobe trigger. And like I say, build mode and farmhouses is where you will find it. That's the house by a Rejstar. Next, we have got this. This is the Fliegl DHKA390. This is by SimulatorGAMES. 11.46 megabytes download. 8 slots on console with a 48,000 litre capacity. It does say in the description, be aware, this is a tipping trailer. So if you are going to be unloading low ceilings, anything that's got a cover on, something like that, you need to be aware of, because it does tip. Nicely made, nicely detailed. I say this a lot when I do mod reviews on stuff that you look at and you kind of take for granted as, oh yeah, it's another trailer. The detailing on most mods now is incredibly good, and all the stuff that's added in, all the little details, you kind of just pass by. You know, you gloss over as being normal, but you know, someone's had to work hard on doing that. So this you'll find under trailers, tools and trailers. 55 grand, which is pretty good for a 48,000 litre. I always kind of gauge it on what's the capacity versus the price. The higher the price of a lower capacity, you know, it's how much bang for your buck kind of thing. Takes pretty much everything. Options on this, we can change the main colour, which does the bodywork. Chassis colour does the chassis. Cover colour, you've guessed it, does the cover. And then we've got decals colour. I love it when it's nice and straightforward. It makes life so much easier, doesn't it? And the decals colour does the decals. There's a license plate option on there as well if you want it. Hop in. I've grabbed myself one of the Volvos from the Platinum Expansion Edition because it's lovely and I haven't used them very much. Cover open and close. We've got the steps at that end. Like I say, the level of detail, the chains, all the bits of it's really nice, very good. What was I going to say? We've got the option of tip side back or tip side grain door. We do tip side grain door. They open, and then it starts to tip. Or tip side back. Nice smooth animation, nice sound effects. Like I say, I like that for the capacity and the price. That's pretty good. And all these details, like I say, all the bits you kind of just... When you're playing the game and you're kind of taking stuff and unloading and going back to get another load and going and unloading, you don't really take the time to pay attention to these sorts of things, but that's cool. The Fliegl DHK-A390 by SimulatorGAMES. Next we move on to this pack. This is the New Holland T6 Tier 4B by Risicoltori Pazzi, I think that's how you say it. 45.11 megabytes download, 29 slots each. There are 4 in this pack. We've got 4-cylinder and 6-cylinder in 2 different varieties. Why? I don't know if I've come across before. I'm trying to think because it really stood out to me. Like the old motorcycle bobbers, there's an option on these to have the rear fenders removed completely, and it looks like the old motorbike, the old bobber. It just looks strange without them on the back there. I think it looks really cool, but it just, you think, hang on a minute, something's off, something's missing. But anyway, so I've got a 4-cylinder one here and a 6-cylinder here, and there's definitely different sounds, different movements, gear changing. You'll notice when we go through the options, there's the attention to detail and things like that is really impressive, but then there's the odd little thing. When I switch this one over to the Fiat Agri kind of rust red, the light surrounds don't change, so you've still got the New Holland blue, and I suppose the New Holland seats are still blue on there as well. It's a little detail, but again, when I was driving out, that stood out. I thought, oh, they're still blue, they haven't changed to the red. It's just like I say, it's a little thing. And we've got some other options on here with the rice tyres, and there's the old comical tyres. I always say that, people get very annoyed. Conical tyres, there's a few options to be looking at. So, if we go to our vehicles and go to tractors. No, it was small tractors. I knew I'd get it wrong. I normally write it down on my list and I thought, no, I don't need to today. I'll be reet. So, we've got the dynamic command and the auto command. So I'm sure I went for the 4-cylinder in the dynamic command and the 6-cylinder in the auto command. And you'll see the difference in the gearboxes. So you've got the dynamic command there, 4 and 6-cylinder, then the auto command. Let's say 29 slots, sorry, 29 slots for each of them anyway, and the prices then go up. The actual options available are pretty much the same on all of them. Certainly between the 4-cylinders, the 2 4-cylinders and the 2 6-cylinders. So I'm not going to go through all of them on all of them because they are pretty much the same. There might be the odd slight difference, but nothing to worry about. So the 4-cylinder, we've got 145 horsepower, 155, 165, 175 horsepower options. We've then got under tyres, we've got Mitas, Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Lizard, and back again. I think those are the tyre choices on all of them. Under Mitas, we've got Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Lizard. We've got the mud tyres, like rice tyres, 190cm iron wheels, and then 190cm iron wheel twins on the back. Like, I always think it's very kind of Mad Max-esque. Then 200 centimetre with a second outside one on the rear. That's for rice fields and that kind of stuff. Keeps you up out of the water. And then, was it back to miters again? So, front fender, yes or no? Armrest. Now, inside, this changes a whole load of stuff inside. So, you've got standard with command grip, IntelliView 4, IntelliView and command grip, Sidewinder, which changes from, it's the real, oh, my mind's gone blank. On the back, all of these lovely little, yep, words are failing me. But you've got the different displays, different ways of controlling them. Back to standard. Door standard, and then we've got a modified door. GPS, no. New Holland, GPS and steering. New Holland and valves, off again. Rear hubs fixed or adjustable. I went for one fixed, one adjustable. They aren't actually adjustable when you've actually got the vehicle out. It's just the look of that. Then we've got rear fenders. So we've got small, standard, big, or no. And that's what I mean. I don't think I've come across the no before. Attachers, we've got front weight, 3-point, then 3-point with PTO. Front loader attacher, no. Quick hour, off. Main colour, we've got the standard 2023, the Fiat Power, and then the blue power option on there. Design colour, now that's if you've gone for, let's go back up just to show you, lizards and the iron wheels. On the ones that have this option, that changes the colour of the iron wheels. So the design colour does that. Then the rim colour, I'm going to go back again, aren't I? To show the rim colour. White or a metallic silvery grey. Then the license plate option on there too. So, like I say, the options on this one are pretty much the same, other than the horsepower is 160, 175. There's no ones in between. And I think with this one, we don't have the option to change the... No, we don't have the option to change the colour on the iron wheels, if you go for the iron wheels on that one. Better double check there are iron wheel options. I think there are. Yeah, they just come black on this version. Then we move on to the auto command 4-cylinder. Again, with 145, 155, 165, 175. This is more about the gearbox change and that kind of thing. All the other options, again, as far as I can tell, the same. This one, though, we've got a model year, 2016. Now, all I can tell on this is the decals changing. I was looking inside as well. 2016, 2018. Not sure that anything changed then. Then 2023. I think that's all that changes on there. Then we've got door, GPS, rear hub, fenders, attachers, all the same stuff. This one does have design colour option if you go for the iron wheels. Then we've got the auto command 6-cylinder, 160, 175 horsepower. Pretty much all the same options as we go through. With the rear fenders again, small, big, no. And I think, yeah, this one does have the design option. Yeah, I mean, there's not a huge amount of difference with them, but let's start it up. So you'll notice when I accelerate, watch for the gear changes. You notice there's a tiny little bit of lag as the gear changes, and the cab just shifted just a little bit of movement as the gears shift and change on the 4-cylinder. That's because that one was the dynamic command. So the dynamic command, you've got that gear shift, that little bit of movement. Then the auto command, we'll have a look at in just a second. I didn't want to reverse. Tell you what I have noticed as well, again, another little attention to detail. Bear in mind I've got mud tyres on these. They're designed for deep mud, for dispersing that mud, getting out of the way and getting down to a lower layer so you can move. But grip on normal stuff at low speed is fine. As you can see, we're turning. If I pick up speed and then try and turn, the understeer is terrifying. But it's how it would be. until I slow down again, and then we get our grip back. Again, really nice attention to detail on that. So, horn, beacons, lights. We do have on L1, right stick side to side, does the rear window. Up and down, does the door. There are no other options for doors or windows or anything like that. Interior, nicely detailed. I think that's the sidewinder down to the side there. I'm hoping I didn't go for the same on both. I might well have done actually, just thinking about it. I think that's the sidewinder. So, now we get into this one. Not dynamic, this is auto. Same options for door and window. And if we look inside, yeah, I think I went for the same thing. That must be. Didn't mean to. So watch it accelerate now. With the auto, it just smooth acceleration all the way up. There's no sudden movement in that cab or movement when it changes gear. It's a small thing, but it's a really nice attention to detail. And with this one, because I've got a different tread on the tyres, I'm not getting that slip. Subtle, but it really worked. I don't know what it is about the back of this. I think it looks incredible without mudguards. I don't know why. How strange that would stand out. There we go. The New Holland T6 Tier 4B by Risicoltori Pazzi. Which brings me on to the last of the mods for today. And it's this, the Schaefer 2630 by HR Forst and Fahrzeugbau. 5.01 megabytes download, 5 slots on console. You might notice something different to the standard one. We've got a few different options on cab. I have to say, and colour options as well. HR Forst and Fahrzeugbau always put a load of colour choices in, metallics and all sorts of stuff. But it looks... I don't know, it really does change the look completely on it. Well, of course it does, because it does look different, but you know what I mean? There's a few different tyre choices on it as well. Rear trailer hitch too. I mean, it's a front loader vehicle. Does the job, as you would expect. First person. I don't know if I'm having like an epiphany day today. I don't know. I'm having a very strange day today. So, this you'll find under front loader tools, or sorry, front loaders, not front loader tools. Standard ones are here. There's the 2630, 30,500, 25 horsepower. Go to end there. 27,500, a little bit cheaper, still 25 horsepower. But then obviously we've got a couple of options here. So we've got roof no, yes, with right door, with both doors. So whichever one you want to go for. I went for that because I thought it looked a little bit different. We've then got Trelleborg with a T421 or an AW305. We've got BKT with the AS504s or the Skid Power HD, which actually is quite a cool looking tyre. And then we've got the Michelin Omnibib. Are our tyre choices. We've then got front fender, yes or no. Main colour, like I said, anything on that palette. And we've got metallics. There's a whole load. Want to go minty? We can go minty. Rim colour, again, anything on that palette, anything you fancy. I don't know why I went for a similar colour again. How weird is that? Well, if we go a bit further down, we got into the metallics, dark grey metals, those kind of things. So there we go. Those are your options, those are your choices. Before I finish, we have got available under the MrSealyp merch. Normally at the end, and it comes up with the MrSealyp merch thing. I've been mentioning this on all my videos. For a limited time only, we have got MrSealyp Christmas edition, limited edition, 4 different t-shirts. We got I think there's a comfort tee, premium tee, there's 3 or 4, and we've got a hoodie. And it should be up on the screen now. The front of the hoodie says ho ho ho. You notice what I've done there. On the back it says farming is for life, not just for Christmas. Now this will be a limited run. It will only run for a month, and then it will be taken down. So if you want to get a limited edition t-shirt or hoodie from MrSealyp merch, you can. I think Teespring are doing a thing at the moment where if you want to get it before Christmas, I think you have to pay a little bit, an extra £2, maybe $2, and you can get a quicker delivery. And if you use the code EARLYBIRD at checkout, you will get 10% off your order. And that's everything, I think, in the merch store. So if you want to get into my other merch, you can. But that design on those things is a limited edition Christmas run. When it's gone after the month, it won't be coming back. So there you go. If you fancy a bit of that. And I also did it on my Let's Play, and I should be doing it more often anyway. I need to plug. If you're looking for an affordable and reliable server provider, if you want to play multiplayer or you just want to have a separate server, you want to play cross-play with friends, anything like that, look no further than Gportal. My Discord community uses them. And if you use my reflink, you get a discount too. They were doing a Black Friday sale recently, 50% off. I don't think that's still on though, but you still get a discount if you use my reflink. It is in the description. It's on my main channel page. I think there's a link there, and also on my Facebook there is one too. I should be doing this a couple of times a month, and I haven't been keeping up with doing it. That's why I'm doing it now. So apologies if it annoys you, but it's something I need to do as part of my kind of agreement with Gportal. But yeah, they're very, very helpful. And if you've got any questions, any problems, anything you need help with, they normally respond very, very quickly. And yeah, great bunch of guys over there at Gportal. That's it from me. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.